Oh, hey there. So, welcome back to this channel. And as promised you last week that I would do a Portuguese job boards video just to let you know where you can come and look for a job in Portugal. Or if you're listening to this, and you're thinking of coming to Portugal and you're wondering where to find jobs, then this video is definitely for you. So please stay tuned, subscribe, like this video, share it to someone who could benefit from this, and let's get started. So coming to Portugal, as we spoke about on the previous video, and if you have not watched it, then please go ahead and watch it first. So if you're coming to Portugal on a job seeker visa, then you definitely want to apply for a number of jobs so that when you're coming here already, you have some interviews that are coming up, or perhaps when you get here, then you can use these job boards to your advantage as you look for a job, depending again on your skill sets, your experiences, and what exactly you're looking towards doing. So please stay tuned. I will be talking about at least 7 job boards that you can use towards applying for a job in Portugal. And so this is in no order really, because usually in Portugal it's very common to find, of course, a job in places like LinkedIn, which is globally known, and also there's a culture of where you can also find some jobs enlisted on Facebook or other social media platforms. Or you can also find referrals from friends who are already working in certain companies who would, potentially refer you as a good candidate for certain positions. So this definitely always happens. So if you know friends, if you know people, if you find a post on Facebook, obviously looking whether it's, a scam or if it's legitimate, do a background check of the company and so on and so forth. And you can also find jobs using this platform. So let's get started with some of the job boards that I have found to be very, very useful in Portugal. And so in the first place, I would like to talk about Indeed.com, the Portuguese version, which is also a very, very large platform in other countries that you can also utilize to find jobs. The good thing about Indeed platform is that you can easily filter through the jobs that have been published on Indeed, using perhaps maybe, like, for example, if you want to filter through and see whether you can be able to get a job that has been advertised in maybe things like English, Portuguese, French, German, Dutch, and so on and so forth. So for example, you can check for jobs that have been advertised in English, and you can also be able to filter through when they were announced, as well as whether they are remote positions, whether they are hybrid positions, and so on and so forth. Whether you want a part-time position, an internship, a full-time position, and so on and so forth. And you can also check which localities that you would like to go and apply for. Indeed.com in Portugal has quite a number of jobs, ranging from jobs from call centers to bank jobs to telecommunication jobs, pretty much everything, I would say, honestly, engineering jobs, software development, and so on and so forth. So there are lots of jobs that are usually advertised here, and of course the beauty of it is the fact that some of these jobs would give you the salary scale. For example, if you can see this job right here, it has a salary scale of 30,000 euros per annum, which at least it gives you a good overview of what to actually expect from the job that you are applying for. So Indeed.com is one of those that will definitely be very handy when it comes to looking for a job in Portugal. Now let's go to the second job board, and this job board is going to be Adecco Point Pete. Now Adecco Point Pete is one of the job boards that is heavily utilized by people who are even new here in Portugal. And for example, if you have just arrived in Portugal and you're wondering, so what next? Where do I find a job? You can even visit the physical offices of Adecco and get to see which jobs that are available for you that you can go ahead and pick out and perhaps apply for. Now, Adecco has jobs ranging from places like Nestle Business Services to DHL to language jobs and so on and so forth. And what you can see here is on their website, if you're listening to this and perhaps you have not yet arrived in Portugal and you're wondering where can you check or where can you register on their platform, you can definitely register on their platform, register your CV, and see the jobs that are available at that given particular time. And from there, then you can be able to make a decision as to whether perhaps if you're a good candidate of for a certain job, then you can also contact them and let them know that, hey, I am interested in this job. Can you see whether my profile actually fits in the description that has been given by that company? And like you can see here, there's quite a lot of job offers from people working in the mall to mechanics to engineering, civil engineering, software engineering, credit control, and so on and so forth. So I will tell you for a fact at this juncture that there are quite a lot of jobs in Portugal that revolve around construction, hospitality, engineering, software development, information technology, jobs really ranging from lots of developers, lots of support in call centers, back-end support, back office support, and all these things that are happening. So there's quite a lot of these jobs that you can find, and especially if you can leverage an extra language, then this would make you a very, very good candidate for some particular jobs, especially in places like call centers and so on and so forth. Now, over to the next job board that I would like to share is MPESA. Now, MPESA is one of those OGs. If we can talk about OG job boards in Portugal, then MPESA is usually a very, very common, and it lists jobs within mostly Portuguese companies. Obviously, they have lots of other companies that have come up around, and usually you can easily filter through to see which jobs would be available. And in this case, you can find jobs in companies like the radio companies in Portugal, to health companies, to hospitality industries, and so on and so forth. As you can see here, we have jobs in the hotel industry. We also have in the beauty industry. Now, the next job board that you would want to check out is another one known as bondsempregos.com. And bondsempregos.com, once again, usually has lots of jobs. Even as you can see here, they have enlisted 38,600 jobs. And usually, again, as much as the Bonds and Pregos website might not be, looking so user-friendly, however, they have quite a lot of jobs that are listed here. And in this website, you would find jobs that range from business management to full stack development. So if you are into information technology, if you are into programming, if you are into things to do again with hospitality. I think I sound like a broken record already, because these are the jobs that are very, very much available in Portugal. And the good thing about this Bons and Pregos is the fact that they will give you a variety, and you would be able to choose from, especially if you're in tech, you would have quite a variety coming on to this website. And things to do with cybersecurity, things to do with infrastructure engineering, consultation of telecommunications and networks, and the list is really endless here. Once again, you can be able to see which jobs are available in Lisbon. If you are feeling that you want to go to the north, places in Coimbra as well as Braga, or if you want to stick around in one of the islands, for example in Madeira, then you can find these jobs there. And so the jobs that are listed here would be also inclusive of things like real estate agents, if you want to work in the production industry, and so on and so forth. So this is another job board that would be very handy when you're looking for a job in Portugal. Now over to the next job board, it would be another one known as Espresso Prego.pt. And Espresso Prego.pt, the good thing about this is that it does not have as many jobs as Indeed or LinkedIn or Net Empregos or Bons Empregos. It would have at least a lower number of jobs. However, that makes it much, much easier for you to actually filter through and be able to see what exactly you would want to, go ahead and, apply for. So in this case, as you can see, they actually have lots of jobs here with, things to do with call centers, engineering. Again, broken record, because there's lots of jobs that are in Portugal that revolve around engineering, information technology, and so on and so forth. So now, as you can see right here, there are on this website, there are 2,793 jobs that have been enlisted here. And if we were to, for instance, filter with when they were published, maybe let's say today, and the type of contract, let's say all, just in case maybe, you would like to find a full-time job or a part-time job or an internship or a temporary job, then definitely you can check that out. And as you can see, we have things to do with accounts receivable jobs. This company right here is enlisting a number of jobs there. So the Hayes company. So this is another job website that you can be able to filter through. The beauty of it, like I mentioned before, is that it has a less number of jobs as compared to Indeed and LinkedIn, and you can be able to easily filter through if you're one of those people who get overwhelmed very easily by lots of opportunities or lots of jobs or lots of things online. Then this would definitely be one of the job sites that you can use to your advantage. Now, moving on forward, we have obviously another job site that I would like to show you here, and this one is known as Alerta Prego. So Alerta Prego is another job site that usually has less number of opportunities enlisted, which again, if you are one of those people who get overwhelmed by so many opportunities available, then this is obviously one of the job places that you want to come and check for a job. And as you can see here, we have lots of companies once again that enlist their jobs here. We have things to do with Emirates. We have Securitas Direct, which is like a security company. We have Porsche, we have Decathlon, and so on and so forth. Now we have, currently on this job site, we have, 1650 jobs, 1,650 offers that are here. And again, we can see that they can tell you here that they have 356 offers within the last 24 hours, which you can check out. These offers range from technical support to customer support to sales jobs, administration jobs, specialties in technical specialties, and you can check them out. Usually you can definitely just check the to-dos and pregos. Basically, you can just check all of the employment, jobs that have been enlisted here, and already you can see that we have a lot of jobs that have been enlisted, and this would be once again, it's so easy to go ahead and check out whether you want a job in Lisbon, in Porto, in Faro, in Braga, in Setúbal, and the good thing again is that they tell you exactly which company that you would be working for, obviously, and you can do your background check to see whether this is a company that would fit for you or not. One other thing that I would like to point out on this website is that they always have things to do with virtual fairs of employment. So, for example, they have had one on the 22nd of March, and usually they would you would potentially meet with the recruiters, and they can see whether you're a good candidate or not. So this happens quite a lot in Portugal. You'll find that recruitment agencies will have lots of fairs, job fairs, to see whether you are a good candidate or not. So this is something that you can also leverage in case you're looking for a job. Again, one other thing on this website, which you can also find on other job websites in Portugal, is that you will also find jobs from other countries that have been listed here. So for example, here you can see jobs that have been enlisted to work in Ireland, to work in Germany, United Arab Emirates, and the list is obviously endless, depending once again on what you're looking for and what are your skill sets and what is your experience, and so on and so forth. Now over to the next job site. Here is going to be jobs in Lisbon. So as the name suggests, these are jobs strictly in Lisbon and not in any other place. So jobs in Lisbon is again for someone who is looking to certainly live in Lisbon and not live anywhere else in Portugal. And so you can be able to filter through and see the jobs that have been listed on this website. Once again, as you can see, engineering, IT jobs, they are very, very, very common in Portugal right now, and you can check out and see which jobs you would prefer and which ones work for you as a person, and which ones you would like to go ahead and put in your application when you come here, or even before you actually arrive in Portugal, and you can potentially be a good candidate, and just in case you do an interview, then you can begin your process of transition to come and work in Lisbon. Now the good thing about this job site, jobs in Lisbon, is that it also enlists jobs from other countries. You have jobs in Barcelona, jobs in Munich, in Rome and Geneva, which you can check out, again depending on what you're looking for. The popular searches on this job board would be things to do with tourism, call center marketing, IT and communications, sales and marketing, recruitment, finance, sales, pharmacy, biotechnology, and the list is really endless, right? Now, over to the last job board today, and this job board would be Emprego's Online Point PT. Now, Emprego's Online Point PT would also, have a lesser amount of jobs as compared to LinkedIn and Indeed and Net Empregos and all these other job boards that we have spoken about today. And the good thing about this one is, once again, if you're usually overwhelmed by lots of jobs that are showing up, then this would definitely be a website for you. And this website is one that gives you, actually constricts to the number of companies that are advertised on this website. Like, for instance, here you can see that Kofina here is showing up quite a lot, which means that this is one of the companies that popularly that is very popular on this website. So you can check out what jobs that are there, and then you can see that here we have lots of jobs coming again from help desk, from programming, reporter jobs. This is image reporter job, and so on and so forth. Now, this is one of the job boards that you can definitely check out if you're usually overwhelmed by lots of jobs that show up on your radar when you go and check on LinkedIn or on Indeed Point PT. So these are the job boards that I would like to actually share for today, because as you plan to possibly relocate to Portugal, you want to have a way where you know exactly what you're going to be doing, as I spoke about the job seeker visa last video, then you would be liable to finding a job within 120 days with a potential extension of 60 days. And so what I can advise you is to start looking for that job as soon as possible, such that by the time maybe you have finished the process of your visa, then you can be able to also be doing some interviews on the side in such a way that by the time perhaps maybe you're arriving, maybe you have accepted the job, who knows, or if you have not yet accepted the job, then at least you can do a one-on-one interview with the employer, and that way you can easily integrate, because as you come here, then there's lots of other things that would you would potentially be doing. For example, things to do with looking for a place to stay, things to do with integration into the system, looking for NIF numbers, looking for transport cards, etc. There's a lot that comes about with transitioning from your own home country to a foreign country. So this is very, very crucial for you to notice that it's always good to prepare ahead of time. Now, I do hope that this video has been of help to you. I will leave a link towards all the job boards that I spoke about on the description box below. Be sure to look over on that description box so that you can check out the links that I was speaking about and use the ones that are relevant to you and see where that leads eventually. I hope that you will shoot your shot, obviously, and I hope that you can stick around on this video. Feel free to interact with me on the comment section. Let me know whether you are able to actually apply for the job, whether you applied for the job seeker visa, what you're looking for, and I do wish you a happy new month, and always rooting for you, wishing you the very best in all your endeavors. And until next time, stay subscribed. Bye.